Hello everyone, how you doing? All right. Adrian Cox here on the road in recovery. I hope you're all well. It's been a few days since I did a video. I'm trying to think where the last one was. Where was I? I can't remember. Anyway, so I had a very busy weekend. I was in Leeds on a Saturday. Then I went down to. I got picked up in the morning. Oh, that's right. It must have been there. Yeah, it was. It was in Leeds, Barnsley. And then, oh look, I'm steamed up again. And then I travelled down to Leeds I'm going mad. 5:30 in the morning, down to Bristol, did a concert in Bristol on the Sunday lunchtime, and then taken up to a festival on the Sunday night, and then drove back to London, and here I am again at the Lancaster Gate Hotel. Quite a funny one. So Sunday night was at a festival, and it was a festival that was very, let's say a Sunday night, and everyone had been partying pretty hard on every kind of drug you could imagine. And I was talking to someone about it, saying, you know, for those of you who don't know me, I've tried lots of different things, and and gone crazy on stuff. So it's a festival where everyone's taking MDMA and ecstasy and all, and someone said to me that whole thing of how do you get over the fear of missing out? FOMO, is that what they call it? Yeah, the fear of missing out, like that thing of, oh, I'm really missing out on something. Because I can't do this, I'm definitely missing out. Well, I weirdly had a bit of that on Sunday. I watched everybody and I was sort of like, look at them, they're having a great time, like way off their heads. And what I managed to do, I was speaking to my friend about this, was I managed to then see all of that side of it and go, okay, yeah, in former times I would have just been going way as well. But the flip side of it is how they'll all be feeling, the next day feeling anxious, sweaty, horrible, that horrible kind of distant stare of, and it's like, and of course, like I said, I don't judge anybody because I've done all that, and it's like, actually at the time you're having a really good time, like, whatever. But the flip side of that is actually you can't get on with anything for the next few days. You're just kind of, So I thought about all the times that I'd felt like that, and and you know what? I quickly forgot about actually thinking, oh yeah, I wish I was taking that. What I actually did was anyone who I saw who was off their head, I was very nice to them and was like, hey, you all right? You having a good time? Really? Right, have the bet. Enjoy yourself. Try to make them feel good and like, And I suppose it was like a bit of a kind of contact high of like, that kind of old feeling of that. But with this huge sense of inner smugness that I know that because what happened was my brain went in, I started having a really good time and was like, look at everyone, And you've got all that all of that is inside you. And this sounds a bit hippie, but all that stuff's inside of you. If you're feeling really good, you can feel really good anyway. I feel great, and so, but without having anything. And so I think once you can get that sort of thing, it's a weird one because I don't regret anything that I've done, but that's not me saying, oh, you should definitely go and try these things and then give it all up. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is I don't regret anything that I've ever done. I mean, there's a few things I wish I'd done slightly different, but actually the person I am today, I'm quite pleased with how I deal with life and do things, and I don't think I'd deal with or get as far as what I do with stuff if I hadn't have had to go through some of the shit that I have. But anyway, so one thing I decided to myself was, well, I'm just going to treat myself, because I've got, I said the other day, like checking in to actually go, well, you actually nail it, like without, it's quite a lot of hard work staying in recovery and doing that. And actually, I should be proud of myself. And it's like, right, well, you have to reward yourself somehow. So today I bought myself some new trainers. But do you know what I mean? Like that, some new trainers that I wanted wasn't even the price of a gram of Coke or 2 grams of MDMA. Do you know what I mean? It's like you reward yourself. I've got something there that I really want, and like that makes me feel good. So, you know, there is, how do you get over the fear of missing out? And I spoke to my friend, and it was like, if you think about how shit you feel afterwards, or with drinking, you know, that when you've had the worst hangover and you're like, oh my God, like if you can just channel into that, because, you know, the next day I woke up Monday morning and I got loads done. You know, I did loads yesterday and today, and I had a great sleep last night because yesterday was a day off. I went to another party. It was my mate's birthday. So we went there. There was drink and drugs all around. Obviously, I didn't drink. I didn't take any drugs. And I left early. I left at, 8 o'clock. I was like, right, I'm off. No one's judging me for leaving. Nobody probably noticed that I was leaving. I was just like, right, I'm off. I've spoken to various people who were at the party last night. They all feel terrible today. Whereas I got up, I woke, I didn't have to set an alarm. I got up. I've been out for a walk. I walked all around London. I bought some clothes. I don't know what that was. I bought myself some clothes. I bought myself some shoes. I bought a hat. You know, so, you know, whereas actually in the past, last night I could have been out and spent £200 or £300 easily. Whereas today I've gone out and spent £150, but on things, you know, that I needed. But I think it's important to keep rewarding yourself with little treats, because it's nothing compared to the amount of money I used to spend. And the fear of missing out, I'm not missing out on anything, nothing at all. And I think in those situations, if you're there, if you put yourself in a situation where you're like, see, this is the key thing about this video that I'm making, is that, not this video, but this account, is that actually in my line of work on Sunday, I can't just walk away from that situation. I can't just go, I can't be around this, I'm walking away. If it was too much, of course I could do that, but I'm around that. So you have to find a way of dealing with it. And my way of dealing with it is to think of all the really, really shit times, and like, you know, how shit it can be and how good life is now. And that actually, by not doing all that, tomorrow I'm going to reward myself with this, and I'm going to do that. And I think it's fine to do that. And I think it's what you should do, is, you know, treat yourself. I see it lots of times on Twitter when people go, oh, I was thinking about getting this, you know, I'm 6 months sober today. It's like, yeah, think how much money you would have spent in that 6 months, you know. So I'm definitely not missing out on anything. That's what I've come to realise. I mean, it's been a lot of years, but still, you know, watching everyone partying the other night, but it, you know, I still actually felt I could get my brain into feeling like, wee, and I was sort of laughing with everyone, like, yeah. But actually, I wasn't missing out on anything, and I had a really good sleep. I'm staying here. It's nice, and so, yeah. And I went out tonight with my girlfriend. We had a nice dinner, a lovely dinner, you know. So, yeah, and all those things, you know. Probably think in the past, if I'd just done a whole weekend away, wouldn't be going out for dinner. I wouldn't want to eat. I wouldn't eat. Like today, I'd be feeling absolutely dreadful. I would have been feeling dreadful yesterday, but would have drunk through it and taken more drugs and all that. So, the fear of missing out, I don't feel like I'm missing out. So if you are ever thinking, like, if it's not a work situation and you can walk away from it, I think it's best to walk away, because once you're away and you remove yourself from that situation, or if someone's there who isn't drinking either, you know, or taking drugs or anything, try and buddy up with them. So this is what my friend said to me. He goes, it's funny, isn't it, when you're out and everyone's doing that and you feel like you're missing out on it, but then you spot someone else who's completely sober and you go and talk about sobriety with them. It puts the wind up all the other people, because they're like, what are they talking about? What are they doing? And they're almost like jealous, because they're like, oh, what? And actually you have this thing that shines through. So And you can get that from phoning someone as well. You know, I tell people to phone me if they ever feel like, oh, this is hard. I said, just phone me, give me a ring, you know, text me, or even just by texting, even in the time you're texting, you're not thinking about it. So, or just ask me a question, or I try and phone, or something. Do you know what I mean? Just holding someone accountable is a very good thing, you know. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that. I'm going to have a sleep now, but I'm not back off on tour until Thursday now. And we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday away. So I will keep you posted on how that's going. And thanks very much for listening to these videos. It's really great for me to talk about it, because I've been thinking about that all day. I was like, oh, I can't wait to do this video. And I got home, and yeah, well, I say home. Anywhere where I go to sleep, I call home. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. I think this is number 15 now. Ooh. So, all right, folks. I'll catch up with you probably on Thursday or Friday. All right. Take care, and of course, message me if you're if you have any questions, or you want somebody to hold you accountable. I'm your man. All right. Take care, folks. Bye bye. Bye bye.